Hey, what is happening, everybody? I'm not sure if I want to make that a thing, but it's gonna be a thing at least for now because I'm not feeling really creative. Let me get something out of the way. This is a mic, it's making my shirt look weird, and that's what is gonna have to happen because we gotta do what we gotta do to make this content. Okay, sorry. So basically a few weeks ago, I asked you all on my Instagram to ask me your most burning questions. Are you following me on Instagram? If not, what are you even doing? Follow me on Instagram at It's a Mall World. Get it? Cause it's a mall world, but it's a small world, but it's a mall world. It's all the same. Do you get it? Okay, just making sure you got it. Cause if you got it, then it's kind of clever, but whatever. That rhymes. Let's get into the questions. The most asked question was some type of combination of, you went to law school, now you don't, now you make videos, now you're in media, what? How? Why? Where? So I'm just gonna answer that general question. I really do wanna make a whole separate video about me being in law school and how I'm here now and all that in between because it's kind of a long story. But to answer the question really briefly, basically, yes, I was in law school. I graduated in 2017. It was really cute and whatever. I basically went to law school because I was very, very passionate about social justice, and I still am, and providing access to marginalized communities and advocating for those communities. I wanted to go into law because I thought that was the only way to remedy the issues I saw in my communities. When I went to law school, it was very hard, as you can probably imagine. But more than it just being hard, it was just so draining for me. I would go to class and I would just feel so uninspired and bored and just sad. In my second year, I was given an opportunity to do a year in London for a program that my law school offered, and I essentially jumped at the opportunity just because I didn't want to physically be in my school anymore. I just felt so burnt out and tired, and I just needed a change. So I did that program, and honestly, kind of changed my life. I met amazing people. I fell in love with London. I always judge people who were I traveled and I found myself. I was why do you already know yourself? Being in Europe and traveling was the first time I was able to do so extensively. I can truly say that I got to know myself in a deeper way than I've ever gotten to before. It really just opened my eyes to so many things I was ignoring about my passion, about things I wanted to do with my life. I just took time to listen to myself. Through that, I basically came to the conclusion that I didn't want to pursue law in a traditional way anymore. All of that was happening at the same time that Trump was elected here in the US. So while I was grappling with the aftermath of the election, I came to a pretty huge realization. If I was gonna make a difference or any type of change in the world or in my community, that I would have to be my most authentic self. And up until that point, I really wasn't being my most authentic self because I was essentially pretending to want to go into a field that I knew deep down wasn't for me. I realized that even though I loved social justice and I loved advocating for communities, that I could still do all those things in a different way. I wasn't gonna be the best lawyer or the most passionate and driven lawyer because I just didn't feel like that was my path. But I can still achieve the same goals doing something else. And for me, I realized that I was always really creative, but I was just pushing that creativity deep down because I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know how to cope with it. So yeah, that's kind of a very vague answer to what happened. There's also a lot more details, but yeah, that was it in a nutshell. I got a few questions about skincare. I will do a dedicated video all about my skincare routine. Right now, I'm trying out some products that I don't necessarily know if I like yet, so I want to try it out for a bit longer before I recommend it. I guess a few game changers for me were getting a silk pillowcase. Y'all, when I say a game changer, I mean literally my skin completely changed. I didn't have acne prone skin usually, but like I just had like these pimples that would just grow on the side of my face, just like always in the same place, like right here. And it would be so many of them, and they would like leave like dark pigmentation every single time. And I just did not know what was up. Like I was like, what is going on? Like not in the rest of my face. If I got a breakout, it would be like somewhere else. It was just the same places. But as soon as I got the silk pillowcase, like it just completely went away immediately. My skin just looks so much better and fresher. I got it from Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description below. Please check it out if you struggle with pimples there, or if you just want your face to be like less spotty in general. I think like that's a really good habit to get into. It's good for your hair, it's good for your skin, and yeah, I'll leave the link for the one I use. I always recommend it to all my friends, and like they really love it too. It's honestly a game changer. I think I've said that already, but like seriously, it's a game changer. Just like a basic thing that I do for my skin too is I double cleanse. So what that essentially means is I use like an oil-based cleanser first that like breaks up all the makeup, the sunscreen, you know, just toxins on your face. And then I wash that off with like a cream or a gel cleanser. So it's like an extra step, and I think that this double cleansing system is like very prevalent in like Korean skincare, which I also love. There's like a billion like double cleanse systems out there. A good starter one is a double pack that I got from Amazon. I'll also leave in the description below. I have the foaming cleanser here. I ran out of the oil cleanser, but it's essentially the same thing. It's just in like a different container. It's the Rice Water Bright from the Face Shop. The Face Shop is like an actual physical store in some places, but you can also get it. I bought this one off Amazon. I'll leave the link below. It's a really great starter double cleanse system because it's really gentle and it washes everything off. It has a really good scent, and yeah, I really like it. So if you just want to start off double cleansing, I think it's a good way to start. It's really affordable too, so yeah, check it out. The next question is really a heavy one. Miriam asked, did you really meet BTS? Hashtag army. Yes, I was lucky enough to meet BTS. First of all, I think it's really important for everyone to understand that I have been a K-pop fan since 2012. Like, I have been in the game, so I'm not new. I'm not some bandwagoner. Like, I'm a legit, bona fide K-pop fan. I got too excited talking about BTS, and my hijab literally fell from my actual head. So I have been a BTS fan since they literally debuted. Like, I remember their debut stage and everything. I got the opportunity to produce the puppy video with BTS with BuzzFeed. They do a series, if you're not familiar, where celebrities come and they like play with puppies and kittens while they answer questions. So yeah, BTS, this was like right before the fake love era. They were gonna perform at the Billboard Music Awards. They were in town and it was like a really big press day. As soon as they walked in, they essentially were like, puppies! And they just like made a beeline for the puppies and like said hey to us. J-Hope was my fave. He was just so bubbly and like exactly the way he is like all the time. Like he was like that. We even had a chance to like, after the interview was over, they just like chilled with us for a bit. Like we played with the puppies and like they were just so nice and like it was fun. It was great. I'll never forget it. The next question is really cute. What makes you happiest? So a tangible thing that makes you really happy is traveling. I am a classic Sagittarius. If I could be on a flight every week, I literally would. Like, I love traveling, even if it's like just a road trip. The feeling that it gives me to like go somewhere else, to just like take in a different environment, it just like completes me on a spiritual level. If I'm having kind of a weird time in my life, I can always go on a trip and immediately I'll just like feel my energy change. The next question is, what are you most proud of? I think I'm most proud of my relationships that I've cultivated. Something I've learned after college is that like real friendships take real work. And that's something that I wasn't ever prepared for. Like, I was always around my friends all the time. Essentially, I'm so proud of my relationships and the work I've put in to sustain them. I think I have a lot of friendships that are like really low maintenance, which I appreciate, and then some that are a little higher maintenance, which, you know, I put in the work. The next question just says, sparkling water is anti-black. Blackness. Oh my gosh, my hijab fell off. Was it worth it? Okay, fix my hijab. Your fave song, BT Dubs, Love You. Love you too. Okay, so I have like so many songs that I'm generally always circulating through. I have this playlist that I've only shared with very special people in my life. I'm obsessed with like finding new music and basically introducing it to people. I can't pick a favorite song because like I'm a music junkie. Like I will never be able to pick a favorite song, but songs that I've been listening to lately are basically Skepta's whole new album. I know it's like not new, it's come out a few months ago, but I just love it. I was never really a fan of his, but like this new album is really good. Gold Link's album is bomb. I've been listening to a lot of Ari Lennox. She's bomb, love her. Summer Walker. It's kind of been a sad girl summer, not a hot girl summer so far, but like we love it. Next question. How do you deal with stress about the future? For me, up until really recently, I was dealing with the feeling of like feeling behind that I feel like a lot of people also deal with. I think like it's a really weird thing because like while you're in school, you're like, okay, we're all in 5th grade. We're gonna do all 5th grade stuff. And you always have like levels to know if you're behind or not behind. Like, did you turn in your homework? Are you doing well on this exam? Did you get good citizenship grade? I don't know what people do in school. And then you like get into the workforce, you get into your career. There's not like a scale anymore. Like you just have to like live life and like wonder if you're behind. And the only way that a lot of people measure success based on like their age range is Instagram. And I was doing that up until recently. I was like, oh, am I behind? I feel behind. What does behind mean? But then I kind of like sat with the thought of like, yo, you don't really know whether or not you're on like step 3 and someone else is on step 45. Like you don't know what that looked like for them, that journey looked like for them, or what your journey will look like for you. So for you to compare your step 3 to someone's step 45 doesn't make any sense. Like you would not do that in like an actual real world situation. Cheers to the future. This is really good. Spindrift, sponsor me. I love you. The next question is an important one from my sister. If you were Snooki and JWoww, would you have written that letter to Sammy? All I have to say to that is that multiple people in the house knew, therefore she deserved to know the truth. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just stop this video right now and like watch all of Jersey Shore, just like all of it, and then like come back to this video. Thanks, you'll thank me. The next question is, how did you get your job at BuzzFeed? I came back from London and I had already decided that I didn't want to pursue law in a traditional way anymore. I knew that I had to get a better understanding of the behind the scenes world. And I had no idea how to do that because anywhere that would hire like needed experience. I didn't really have that much experience. So I saw that BuzzFeed was hiring for their junior fellowship, which was a 3-month program that basically taught you all you needed to know to work in digital media. I was like, sign me up. So I applied, thankfully I got it. And then I was extended after the 3 months. The rest is history. Okay, everyone, that is the end of all the questions. I hope that you got to know me a little better here. I know that it was like all over the place. Thank you so much for everyone who's watched my last video. It really does make me emotional thinking about it because I got so much support and love from you guys. Like, I honestly had no idea how it was gonna turn out. I just, posted the video and didn't know who was gonna watch it, but I just still am receiving so many amazing messages, texts, from my friends and DMs and comments from everybody about how much they loved it, and I really, really do appreciate it. I really do want this to be a community for all of us to like support each other and hopefully grow together. So please subscribe if you haven't, tell a friend, give me a like and a comment, and I really do want to hear from you all. Let me know what other videos you all want to see in the future. I mean, it's an open slate at this point, so let me know what you want to see from me. If you haven't already, make sure to follow me on my socials. I'll leave a link below. That's where I'm going to be updating when I do post a video. So please make sure you're following, you're subscribed, and your bell notifications are on. I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you in the next one.